What's up, everybody? It's March, I don't know, 5th, 6th. I just got a Klx140 for my son, and I'm sitting at home kind of getting bored, so I'm gonna make him a little kicker for me and him, of course. There's the KLX right there. I just picked it up. 2023. Yeah, good condition. Got some plywood here. Got some more plywood here. Still kind of ugly out, but I'm gonna attempt it. Alright guys, so I think this is 2332 plywood. I marked it 2 by 4 feet. This is only going to be a small kicker. It's only going to be about 18 inches. Just something small for beginners, because I'm a beginner, so is my son. As you can see, it's still ugly out, windy. I cut out a 2 foot by 4 foot section of plywood out of my big piece over there. Of course, my cut's a little wonky up top, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna make my left and right side out of just this one piece. Okay guys, so check it out. This is my, once again, 2 by 4 foot piece of plywood. I first made a mark at 40 inches, made a line. I know it's hard to see, it's red. I made a line straight down. Then I came over here at 2.5 inches and made a mark right here. I started at the top. I probably should have showed you this a little bit better. At the top of my 40 inches, I put a screw. Then I took a piece of, I mean, you could use anything, PVC, piece of, you know, any kind of wood, or this is an old piece of molding I had laying around that's flexible. I put it here on my mark at 40, screwed it into the other side, and then as I came down this way, I kind of got my angle. And the reason I have my angle like that is so that there's no lip here. I'm gonna have to hold that when I make my mark, but so that it goes down kind of flush into the ground. And then I put 2 other screws here to hold this piece of wood. So as you can see, I'm kind of getting my shape of the ramp here. This is where it's gonna, this was my 40 inches. I'm gonna make another line here so that when you hit this, it doesn't want to move. So right now all I'm gonna do is get a piece of wood and go from this point, my 40 inches, down to this point. Just make a straight line. I'm gonna mark out a wedge there kinda, so when you hit the jump, it doesn't want to move out, kick out on you. Alright guys, so here's my line. I don't know if you could see it. I know it's in red. I should have did it in black. And then you see, I had to draw it twice down to here. So it's kind of gonna be like a wedge shape. Don't cut this out yet, as we'll cut this first, and then you could get the other section, the other side out of the other piece that we have left. And like, I'm no pro at this. This is my first time doing it. I'm just trying to make a ramp for me and my son to have fun with. And I just watched another guy's video on YouTube, and that's how I learned how to do this. So let's see if I can make a straight cut. I got my Craftsman jigsaw I just bought here. So really all you need to do this is, you know, this was a 2332 piece of plywood. This is a lot thinner piece. I'd have to look it up, but I think it's 1132s, a little bit thinner for the top. And then I think these are, I got 2 2x1s, and then I'm gonna use these screws. These are 8x2, the outdoor like deck screws you can get from Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever. And drill, tape measure, pencil. It's really all you need. And I have my leveler to make lines with. Alright, now I'm going to try and cut this with my new jigsaw. Wish me luck. Alright guys, so this is how it came out. Not too shabby. I did better than I thought. So what I'm going to do now is put it up to that and trace the other side out with my pencil and see if I could get the same shape. Man, that Craftsman jigsaw worked great. I gotta be honest with you. It was good reviews. I had some Craftsman batteries, so I figured I'll try it out. Man, that worked awesome. Alright guys, so yeah, this is gonna fit on here. If you see, I did mess up the cut on this other side of it when I cut it. So I'm just gonna trace the same thing out of this piece of wood and cut it out, and hopefully it's pretty similar. So here's my 2 pieces, and if you see, they're almost identical. They line up. I didn't think I was going to get it that close. because of how I cut that other piece uneven, but there's my two pieces. That one's a little off, but pretty dang close. See, if you look, if I line them up, they're almost identical. Pretty decent job. This one's a little wacky right there, but I think it'll be all right. All right, guys, so what I did was I just put like wood and something to hold up these sides, and I measured on the first ones. I believe it was from there in about 6 inches, because here is too small to fit one of those. It would be sticking up. So when I'm screwing these in, I want the top of my 2x1s to be flush with the sides of my ramp. So when I put my board on top, it'll be nice and smooth, or you're gonna feel those bumps when you go off the jump. So what I did here is I'm gonna go every 4 inches up to the top. I'm gonna put another one down there on the bottom, and maybe 1 or 2 in the middle. All right, so this is what I got so far. I got all the top support on. I got a couple on the bottom, and I might even put 1 or 2 up and down here. This is only for a pit bike, and it feels, I mean, it's solid. I'm curious, and I wonder if I could, it would hold a 450. I feel it would. This is pretty thick. Here's my finger. It's pretty thick wood, and it feels pretty sturdy. We're gonna try it either way, but first I'm gonna try with the KLX over there, the 140, and see how it holds up. But next, I got my thinner piece of plywood I just cut. I cut it to length out there, and now I gotta measure how wide it is, cut that, and then we're gonna get the top piece on. And then I marked on the side here where my slats that go across, if you want to call them that, are, so that when I screw that top piece in, I'll know where to screw into. All right, guys, so I put up and down there, and I added another support underneath. So I left this one up a little bit in case the ground was uneven. I just got to put the top piece on. Oh, I got the top piece on. It's looking pretty good. Better than I thought I was gonna do. I cut 2 more pieces of wood, and I moved this support down to the ground. I did leave a little space before. I figured in case the ground was uneven, but I didn't like it. I don't want it to blow out. I added a couple supports in there. I'm gonna add these in here. Alright everyone, so here's the finished product. Not too bad. I added some more supports in here. If you can see, put some up and down there. I was standing on it, it's pretty sturdy. This is meant for pit bikes and small dirt bikes. We're gonna attempt to take a 450 off it. I'm 220 pounds. Pretty sturdy, so I guess we'll find out and see. In the next part of the video, we're gonna test it. But first I'm gonna maybe caulk the screw holes and then paint it. At least get a coat of paint on her. So the KLX is just waiting to get jumped off of there. Missing the plastic, I ordered that should be in tomorrow. Alright everyone, it's nighttime now. I got my propane heater out here, it's a little chilly. Got my paintbrush, and I've used this on my front porch. This is Sherwin Williams Weather Shield, and I believe this have the primer in it. I'm not sure. Yeah, paint and primer. This is good stuff. This is just extra white, not glossy. I'm gonna paint it up, put a coat on it. I read if you know, coat it, it'll last a lot longer, so that's what we're gonna do. Alright guys, so all you're really going to need for this, get the exterior. These are like deck screws. These are 10x2s. I think I used 8x2s on this. Impact, jigsaw, saw. I use my level to mark my lines. Tape measure. Of course, something to mark it. Pencil, pen, whatever. I think these are 2x3s. Well, they're supposed to be 2x3s. I measured them. They're really like 2x2.5s, really. 1 piece of 3/8 inch plywood. And now, I didn't use the OSB. You could use the OSB. I used a little bit better, like the pine here. There's my scraps right here. A little bit better stuff. So yeah, I used 1 sheet of 3/8. I think I used that on the top, the thinner, and then I used what was it here? I think it was 2332. Yeah, each were 4x8 sheets. Now you can get them already in small sheets, but like me, I made a couple of mistakes here and there, and I had to cut a couple extra pieces, but I pretty much got most of it done. I think that's all you really need for, like I said, tape measure, circular saw, jigsaw, impact, the outdoor screws, piece of each plywood, thick for the sides, and then the thinner one for the top. And then I think I used 2 or 3 of these. I think they're 8-foot lengths. Like I said, they're 2x3. So all said and done, like the materials I think for this were maybe like, I don't know, maybe $100, maybe a little under $100. Now I'm just slapping a coat of paint on it, and I did add a little bit extra support. I'm no professional, but I was standing on this and jumping on it yesterday, and it felt pretty good. Hopefully it'll hold like a pit bike, a mountain bike, or this Klx140 right here. I also got a little crazy and caulked all the screw holes. You don't have to do that. I'm just like, I have like OCD. I think even at the end, in the one video I watched, the guy cut it on an angle so it sits better flush with the ground. But I had this on the ground outside, and it felt pretty good. I think it'll be all right. You can always put stuff at the end of it too, kind of to taper it down, just like on, you know, like they do on skateboard ramps and BMX ramps. My light's going out. I was missing this plastic here. I put that on. I ordered that from Motorsport. Looks pretty good now. I don't know if there's supposed to be another one here. I feel like there is, but... Alright, boys. Here's my finished product here. Had them stickers laying around. Threw it on there for a nice touch. Let's go test it out. Wish me luck. Decent. Sitting on the ground nice. Like I said, I probably should have cut this at a little bit of an angle here. I think I was supposed to. It would sit even better. But honestly, that looks like a pretty good transition there. All right, so we got our little jump out here. I already got it dirty. I knew that was gonna happen. It's white. But I got my leaf pile here. We're gonna try it right here first, just in case. So I have something soft to land on. Klx. Safety first.
He's about to hit that jump. Catch you when we're doing it.
Alright guys, so it held up. I hit it with the Klx140 a couple times. I've never really jumped anything besides small little hills. So yeah, it did hold the Klx140. I hit it, I don't know, three times maybe. I was hitting it over there, jumping from there into the leaves, but when I started going downhill and I landed, it felt way sketchier than just hitting it right here. And it's just really fear, man, because I never really jumped anything, but it held up great, man. It feels good. So my son now, he's got his Go Trax here. He got his safety gear on. He's gonna hit it over there into the leaves. This is really soft leaves that are about 3 feet high that were compacted, so it's a soft landing. Here comes my son. He's on his Go Trax little scooter off the little jump I built him. Go ahead, keep your foot on there. Yeah, good job, buddy. Just don't put your foot down next time. Commit. You got that. That was good. That was like the first thing he ever jumped. You want to do it again?
Yeah.
Hit it again. Just keep your feet on. You're putting your foot down. See, this is real soft here. There you go. How fast were you going? Did you look? Yeah, I mean, this is 3.5 feet of leaves right here, so he's never jumped, so I figure this is a good idea. Let's go, send it. Go ahead. Hit it. You got to keep your feet on it though. That's good. You're not used to it. Try and keep your feet on and land, because if you were jumping, I mean, I wouldn't think we jumped out one on hard ground anyways, that little scooter. You want me to try it?
Here, I'm gonna try to do it one more time.
You're taking your feet off. So that was good. You hit it, but once you like got in the air, I think your feet were off of it. Yeah, I don't think I would jump that thing onto the dirt anyways. I think it would just break. Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and hit. I'm gonna put it down there to jump and then hit it coming up, because going down felt weird once I landed. Wash the rake there, buddy. We were just itching to get outside. We've been sitting in the house all winter. Yeah, it's almost 40 degrees today, but it's kind of windy. So I just finished building this ramp, and I wanted to, how could I build it and show it on YouTube if I didn't make sure it worked? So yeah, it's holding up great. I mean, it's holding, I'm about 207 pounds plus the KLX. I don't know, what are we together? 400 pounds maybe? I think they're 190 pounds, give or take. Yeah, keep your feet on there too. Yeah, so you should have put your sneakers on instead of those Crocs, man. There you go, that was good. Your feet only came up for a second and then they went right back on. Can I try? I just had to get my saw and cut these branches off here because I was almost hitting my head. But yeah, it's holding up really good. Here we go. I'm going to put it on my helmet now and get a view of me jumping. turkey buzzard. It's huge. Alright, so when I bought this dirt bike, it had a little mount on it. So I'm going to put my camera on here and get the footage of me jumping. There you go. Perfect. Oh yeah.